I'm joined by Republican Congressman from Georgia and a member of the House Budget Committee, Representative Drew Ferguson. Representative, you got quite a scene there behind you. What is the thinking now? And you heard the complaints of the last guest who doesn't feel that there's enough of a plan here in place for anybody to actually get their head around and really debate or talk about. How do you respond to those accusations?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're awfully glad that the Senate is now considering the motion to proceed. For the Senate right now, that's a big step, and it's something that needs to happen. And I think that once they get into this debate, that they're going to find that very, very narrow window for success that the House found. I'm confident that they'll send us a bill that deals with the $1.2 trillion worth of taxes that the Affordable Care Plan put in place, and they put Medicaid on a diet for the first time since its inception. And I think those are important.
What are your friends there in the Senate telling you? We've heard through our reporting that there may be a kind of skinny version, if you would, of health care reform, and it would go so far as to make sure that the individual mandate and the employer mandate was actually repealed, and then there would be some little tweaks along the edges. Is that going to be enough for people to feel like there was a substantive change, the change that they needed and wanted and sent lawmakers to Washington for?
Well, I think the fact that they are even considering this so-called skinny repeal is a slight nod in the right direction, and I'm confident that when they really get into debate, that they are going to again recognize that we're on an unsustainable path with Medicaid, that we have fewer and fewer options, and that people need more choice in the market. And I believe that that America expects a repeal of the Affordable Care Act and replacement with a product such as the House product that really begins to change the direction of health care in this nation, but more importantly begins to have positive impacts on our economy.
Is the Senate going to have the votes they need?
Well, that I don't know, but I will tell you this: I believe a lot of those senators over there are going to, when the time comes, they're going to have to remember the promises that were made to repeal the taxes in Obamacare and free up the markets, the promises that they made to the people back home, the promises that they campaigned on. It'd be awfully tough to go back on those promises right now, and I don't think that those senators are in a position to do that.
Senator McCain, of course, coming into Capitol Hill, and we're waiting to hear from him. He'll be speaking shortly. A pretty significant gesture from the senator who obviously is struggling with a health battle. He was diagnosed recently with brain cancer, and that's something to see him fly in away from his family and friends in Arizona for this specific day, for this specific moment, Representative.
You know, first of all, our thoughts and prayers continue to be with Senator McCain and his family in this very challenging time. And I am not surprised at all that Senator McCain once again stepped up for his nation to serve his fellow citizens and to be here in a very, very tough situation. Over the years, he has done a remarkable job of preserving our freedoms, and I believe that he is here to do just that again. And I am awfully proud that Senator McCain was able to come back.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see whether they got the votes. Indeed, we'll find out very shortly. Thank you so much, Congressman Drew Ferguson.